even like it if you at fucking $5 million a week.
Exactly.
These are women, Deshaun Watson, that he paid.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
up?
Welcome
What's
to
up?
another episode of the No Holds Barred Sports Show. I am LowRyda, one half of the Dead Presidents, 1/3 of the Los Lunatics, with Eddie Guapo and Boogaloo, and my co-host today. Normally, we got a three. We normally have a trio of a group, but today it's just me and this man right here.
As you can see, as I've
Ooh, look at this shirt.
Cowboy Willie Watts, one half of the Urban Legends, with my homeboy Black Neck Security, Chili Willie, known as Black Bart, one half of the Urban Legends. I am also Bounty Hunter, who started it all, and me and Chili also formed what was known as the American Gangsters, Frank and Nikki. Thank you for tuning in and looking forward to a awesome show and hearing from you guys to give us some challenges or just holler at us or whatever tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We got it's probably not going to be as argumentative since Mega ain't here today. But normally we have the King Mega here with us, and he's a three-time Hall of Famer.
Three time.
If y'all are fans, make sure y'all, stay on even though Mega ain't here right now. He said he may try and jump on. He has a work thing that he's doing, so it's gonna be a good show though. We got a lot of topics to get to today. But we're gonna start it off the way we always do, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me put this up first. In case if y'all haven't, make sure you like and subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube at No Holds Barred Sports Show. Hit the bell, get notified so you guys will know when we're on. And also make sure you tell your friends about us because we're just trying to grow this thing. We're trying to make it happen.
So you guys just having some fun doing what we love.
Exactly. Today it's two neighbors over here just yapping it up. But normally it's three of us, and so. But hold on, we got some comments already. We got Caramel Latte. What's going on?
CPT.
Yeah, you know how we do. If you would have heard the craziness that was going on in my household right before the show started, you would understand.
You would.
Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah. Besides that, I don't know who this is, but
what's up?
We got
Whoever.
saying what's up. Facebook user, what's up?
Come back and give us your name so we can shout you out officially. Hey, Pops, what's going on, guy?
Pops in the building. What's going on, Pops? But yeah, we got a lot of things going on, man. Hot stove popping off. We got there's all kinds of crazy stuff. We got what went down in the NFL this week. So, but we're gonna get to our normal start every show which way we do it, and if you guys have any ideas on which energy drinks we should try, make sure you guys put it out there. Let us know what you think we should be trying. If there's anything that we need to get our hands on, we'll try and do what we can to get our hands on it. So without further ado, it is taste test time. Triple T.
Test it is.
You want to go first?
Yeah, man, I'm doing a repeat. I didn't order nothing I didn't order this week, but it's still, let me see. Get a little pop to it. I am doing Ray's Baja Blast. No, I'm actually it's Baja Lime. So I got Ray's Baja Lime tonight is what I am doing.
Okay.
So to you folks here. And without further ado, let's see what it would do.
Listen, we did try the G Fuel. Just didn't like it. Oh, there we go. Oh,
If you ever went to Taco Bell, they sell a Baja Breeze for one of their drinks. It's one of their more
yeah,
popular drinks.
Mountain Dew
Yeah,
Baja
Mountain
Blast.
Dew. Yeah. So just based on this, trying to be close to that, 7, 6.5. I mean, it's pretty close. It's not nasty. I drank it. I'd recommend it.
Okay,
It's not a perfect drink, but it's not a bad drink. It's not nasty at all. I definitely can and do them. So yeah, Baja
okay,
Lime from Ray's,
okay, okay.
200, 200 milligrams, whatever caffeine. So no sugar added, zero sugar, 0 calories. So do what it do.
Okay, okay. I went with something that I just recently seen, and I never seen it before. So I was like, you know what? Let me give this a go. It's Bang. I'm not the hugest fan of Bang. I feel like a lot of their flavors all have the same like aftertaste. But
They got crazy flavors.
yeah, they got a ridiculous amount of flavors. I can't say anything bad about them besides that the
Exactly.
aftertaste is always the same, you know. And their keto coffee ones were horrendous.
Yeah, I
Just
never
so y'all
tried
know,
none of the coffee stuff.
I am sick as fuck right now. So if you see me going off to the side, I'm probably gonna end up coughing. I'm gonna try and mute my mic. Just bear with me, people. You know, and if you hear my voice sounding a little crazy, that's another thing. You know, but I couldn't miss the show. You know what I'm
As
saying?
Gary to say, look at the good
I had to
side.
be here. I
He's
had to
here.
be here.
He's in the building.
But I went with a Bang Nectarine Blueberry.
Never had that one.
Never had it, never tried it. You know, so it's my first time trying it. It's freaking really cold. I had it in the freezer. So hopefully it don't explode on me right now. And um
Good pop the top, Sam.
yeah, yeah. Somebody said, did you try the Rocks drink TAO? Is that what it's called?
I, I
I
don't.
know I know I've tried the orange flavor of the Rocks drink. Um and I know Kenny, you had one day, right?
Yeah, I forget
And
which one I
I think
tried.
Mega had one too, like some kind of pineapple or
That's what
coconut
I had.
something.
I had a pineapple coconut type gimmick.
Yeah,
Is what I
and
had.
I
Yeah,
think
and it
Mega
was all
had the
right.
same one.
Yeah, it was all right.
But
Mega didn't
see
like
what
it,
this
but it was all
one
right.
see what this one got for me. Hold on, what's this one? I don't even remember what Bang has. It's been a while since I've had a Bang, but okay, not horrible. Kind of tastes like almost like a flat soda though. Maybe
Yeah,
because I've
Bang
just been
is kind
having
of
so much like of the carbonated energy drinks now.
yeah, Bang is kind of a flat.
That
Yeah, it is a flat.
this
All of
one's
their stuff
very
is kind
like
of
a
a flat.
flat
Yeah.
flavor. Trying to see how much caffeine is in this shit. Um,
Not
but
sure.
yeah, I don't know. I'd say 6. You know, nothing great, nothing to go.
Does the job. Does the job.
I wouldn't tell you guys to go out and buy it. Put it that way. But
Yeah.
you know, I'll agree. If it was between this and G Fuel or this
I'm gonna have
and
to try G Fuel, and I always
some
look
of
at
the
them and
other
I never
ones,
grab them just because how bad y'all talked about it. But I'm gonna try G Fuel.
yeah, nothing great, but I'll drink it. Um, but yeah, so you know, if y'all have any other energy drinks that we should try, um, by the way, whoever put the TAO in there, you know, let us know who you are, man, because
One of us will try to grab it
one
by
of us
next
will.
week and try to
Well,
grab it and have it on the show next week.
we had that one. If you got any other recommendations of the Rocks energy drink flavors, we'll check them out. But yeah, he says that the pineapple one is good.
It was
Um,
pretty good. I tried that. It was like,
um,
that. That is a Florida. That's still the same cigars I
Oh,
bought in
okay,
Florida. It's
from
still
that
the
pack that
same
you
ones I
bought.
bought when I came to Tampa, and
Okay,
it
okay.
was a definitely a name brand. I can't now. Don't get me lying, young lady, because I can't see too well. Maceta. It looks like it is. It's a guy on it, but it wasn't cheap. I can tell you that, and it's a pretty good cigar. So when I came and visited Florida with the other podcast guys, me and the brother here, Chunks, went to a cigar shop, and we
We
stopped
did.
and we
We
grabbed them,
did.
and
It was
and there it's
definitely good.
yeah, smooth
Uh,
cigar, real good smooth cigar.
but yeah, like we said, if you guys have any other energy drinks that we should try, we'll try and get them on, and you know, we'll try and get them as soon as we could. So, case test time is over. You will see me chugging on this water a lot throughout the show too. So, but yeah, I think it's time for that corner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So Kenny's Corner. Chung reminded me there was a fight, and it was actually when I won. I was actually going to try to come down and see, uh, because it was in Orlando, and Chung reminded me, let me know how crazy the tickets was for it. Maybe pay per view. I could have thought about doing it before a fight night. I can't pay that kind of money for a fight night. But anyway, the main event was, and I wanted to see that. I hate I missed it. I didn't think nothing was. Well, I did watch Chocolito, this little cat named Chocolito, fight this weekend, and he fought it was the third fight of the series, and just to be honest with you, I fell asleep on it. It was yeah, definitely. Senior Nader has glasses, not reading glasses. I just don't wear them during this. It's just reading that I need them for, but I have glasses. But anyway, I actually fell asleep on that fight because, as you know, if anybody knows, as fights goes, the main event started anywhere between 11:30 and 12:30. So
They
I
start
got,
late as
that's
hell
the
sometimes.
that's the only thing about main events and this stuff. So I fell asleep. I don't even know who won the fight, but he did remind me about the UFC fight night, and I wanted to watch it because Kevin Holland fought Wonder Boy in the main event, and Chung let me know that the fight ended with Kevin Holland injuring his hand. He said up to that it was a barn burner because Kevin
Yeah,
Holland is a
great
character,
fight,
and
man.
he puts on good fights. I mean, he even in his losses, Wonder Boy, the boxing match, Pops, was a guy named Chocolito. He's an older guy, like 37, 38.
Now,
It was his
Pops was
third,
talking about the Wonder Boy
the
fight. He said what a
yeah, the
fight
Wonder
it was.
Boy and Kevin Holland. That was a
Yeah,
fight night, and from what Sean said, he hurt his hand and didn't finish
yeah.
the
Pops
fight.
is saying
So,
it was what a fight because it was a great fight,
what
man.
a fight! Okay,
Yeah,
my bad, Pops. I misunderstood what you said, but and then he told me that big guy, the shoe drinking guy, probably had some kind of fungus in his damn stomach from drinking other people's shoes. But anyway, he got knocked out in like 45 seconds. And I was just telling him, man, in heavyweight with them 4 ounce glove, bro, you can't make no mistakes, man. I mean, 4 ounce
yeah,
gloves and you get hit by a 265-pound guy, bro, and it's lights out. So said he
that
got
Russian dude busted them all up and everything, man. I was like,
yeah, said he's
holy crap.
said he got slept. But overall, I actually was coming down in January. We was going to do our big fishing trip. May get pushed back now, but it is a great reason to get pushed back. As you know, Kenny's
Okay.
Corner, so I'm all in the fight game. I'm actually going to be in the building for the Tank Davis Hector Garcia, not Ryan Garcia, but this Hector Garcia guy is undefeated. They're fighting in DC. Me and my son bought tickets yesterday. So we're actually going to be in the building. I will do some live from the building. That is January the 7th, which happened to be my second to oldest brother's birthday also. So
Okay,
that's
okay.
a special day all the way around. But it's a good undercard. Jared Boots Ennis, who is a great fighter, he's on the undercard, and then Boo Boo Andres is what they call him in the fight game, but he's actually moved over to the PBC now, so he's actually on that fight. So there's 3 fights that could be main event, 3 guys that could be main event if they was fighting big name fighters and they wasn't fighting under Tank. So we're going to be in the building on that fight January the 7th in DC.
Wow.
So I am looking
Awesome.
so forward to taking that trip. I did do some live last night. I attended the Charlotte Hornets and Clippers game last night. One of my homeboys, him and Paul George are pretty decent friends, so he got us some excellent seats. I mean, we was on the not court side, but we was on the floor, up to the right a little bit. So went and watched
Oh,
a
okay,
good
okay.
game, and Kawhi, and this was the beautiful part because a lot of times on them long road trips, you don't see no superstars. Well, Kawhi and Paul George was coming off injury, and they both played, and just so be
Okay.
it, Kawhi hit a shot with about 3 seconds left in the game, you know. So it was an excellent game last night. The thing about them damn arenas, man, is just the eating in places or to try to drink is ridiculous, man.
You missed
Since
half
my
the damn game.
listen, well, just the pricing,
Oh
because
yeah.
the tickets that old homeboy got us, we had a part of the ticket was called a place in the arena called Flight Deck, and what it was a buffet, and it was a bar in there, so we had to have a wristband, and we went up to it. So me being the guy I am, I tell my man, well, you got the tickets, man. I'm gonna go ahead and pay for the food. Well, damn it, I should have bought the tickets. That's after the buffet and a couple of drinks, and I was like, holy shit, I could have bought some good tickets for this. But hey, we had a good time, and but getting back to the Kenny's Corner to finish it out. So like I said, we will be in the building for that Tank fight, which is next month, January the 7th. So the day's the 6th, so we're right at a month away from that fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Got my little trainee. We back in the gym. So he looked good. He's trying to get his win back. So got him back in the gym. I brought in another special trainer to train him, and we worked with the special trainer last weekend, Sunday. And first thing my trainee said, which name is Edwin Salinas, and let me shout out to Mike Alsmere, is the trainer, because he's also trains me, my old butt, to try to stay in shape. I do it to stay in shape because ain't no fights. But anyway, he worked him out, and the first thing the guy, my kid said was, man, we needed this. He was like, that guy knows his stuff. Mike is awesome, man. So shout out to Mike Asmir if you're watching. But yeah, man. So to end it up, man, to round it up, big fights. It's a lot of talk going, but Ryan Garcia I did see today that he's also fighting a fight in between him and Tank fight, but the guy's he's been knocked out before. I think he was 33-3, but he's been knocked out before. So he's not taking a fight like Tank. This guy
He's not taking a risk.
Yes, this guy Tank is a risk. This guy is a champion. He's 33-0. I think he was he's Olympic medalist, and he hasn't lost. He hasn't lost, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with the guy that calls himself Little B Hot, but this guy gave him his first loss, and so this guy is serious, man. He's serious. So Tank, big ups to Tank, man, for taking a high risk fight in between the millions and millions of dollars he's going to make on the Ryan Garcia fight. He didn't take a soft touch. He took a real fight. So I look forward to being in the building on that fight. But outside of that, far as on paper, Terrence Crawford fights this weekend, the 10th. So he does fight this weekend. So in every fight fans, look out for that. There's some new Prime, something it's called. I think Adrian Broner, I don't know if he's on that card, but he fights for these people also. I don't know if he's on this card also, but I know he's going to fight for this company. Prime something, it's a new company. So we'll see how long they last. But so Terrence is the big fight this weekend. But outside of that, man, that's that'll round out Kenny's Corner, and let's get into the show.
Also this weekend, UFC
is it a fight?
282.
Oh, it's a pay-per-view. So
Jan Blachowicz.
Okay, the light heavyweight thing. That's right. The one guy,
Ankalev, and that's gonna be a light heavyweight title fight.
Exactly. Who's the undercard?
Patty Pimblett's on there.
Okay,
he's fighting Jared Gordon.
I've never seen that guy fight yet, so I'm gonna try to make sure I catch that.
Fight yet?
No, I haven't seen Patty fight yet.
Darren Till is also fighting.
Darren Till?
Yeah, Darren Till is fighting versus, I don't even know how the hell you would say it, Dricus Duplessis or something like that.
Okay. So
Bryce
that's 280.
Mitchell's fighting.
That's 280 what?
282.
Watch that. That sounds like a good one also for you guys.
Yeah.
The only thing about it, man, that I hate is a lot of time when the boxing match is on, in the fight zone, they do them at the same time. It's a lot of
Of
times the
course.
main events come on at the same damn time, which is crazy to me. But
Yeah,
so it
you
you
got
know,
10 o'clock main
and
card.
then
So
both of them pay per views. So
yeah,
you know, it's like shit. I buy that, or do I buy this one, buy that one? So it's kind of what you're more in tune to. I lean toward the boxing, so I definitely watch Tank and probably flip over some and watch the other one. So yeah,
yeah,
but
nothing too great, but yeah, it should be good. Should be a good
yeah,
card.
yeah, no doubt.
But yeah, so with that, we'll wrap up. Oh yeah. That's another thing, Pops. Exactly. Mills Lane died.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that. I was just reading
Rest in
that.
peace to Mills
Listen,
Lane. My pops
let me
thought he
tell
was
you.
dead already. Listen, that dude has been alive a long
Let me
time.
tell you something. I remember Muhammad
Oh,
Ali as
Mills
a little
Lane,
boy.
Pops, not Mitch.
Yeah, Mills Lane. I remember Muhammad Ali watching him ref those fights all the way up to Mike Tyson's, and he was a great referee and didn't take no crap.
Oh yeah,
Mills Lane and wasn't a big guy.
little
He was,
bastard
he
just get
actually,
right in between everybody. Back it up.
that guy actually, and thank you, Carmen Latte. That guy was a judge. He actually was a judge.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a judge also. So, but
I
now he
remember
didn't
he had
take
a
no
TV
mess.
show.
He'd tell Mike, cut that shit out, Mike. He'd tell him right now, cut that shit. Matter of fact, he was the referee when Mike bit Holyfield. He was the
Holyfield's here.
referee
Yep.
for that fight. He was the
Yeah,
referee for that
exactly.
fight. Yep.
But yeah, that was rest in peace, Mills Lane, man.
Yeah, rest in peace, guy.
We also have excuse me. um NFL, around the NFL. Week
Okay.
13. Week 13. So
How are we doing picks this week, bro?
Mega already sent me his picks.
I said, how we do? How do we do on our picks?
Oh, we got to get to that. We'll get to that.
Okay. Okay. You do that in between.
Mega says gonna try and jump on, so we'll give him time to see if he'll try and jump on.
Okay, before we get to that, okay, that's fine.
Yeah. But Jimmy G, handsome Jimmy, he's out for the rest of the season.
Hold on. Porn star Jimmy, as Stephen A calls him. You know what that came from, right?
Why, the mustache?
No, he actually, when he first signed that mega contract, they called him, the paparazzi called him out in town with a popular porn star chick. Yeah.
What? Hey, man.
Yeah, right after he signed that big money with San Francisco, the paparazzi called him out in town on a date or chilling or whatever he was doing with a big porn star.
Hey, good for him, man.
So he started calling him porn star Jimmy.
But he ended up breaking his foot. He was looking great, this man. He would have gotten that big money this offseason because San Fran wasn't going to bring him back. There's going to be quite a few teams that were in need for that quarterback.
Shit, I take him over in Washington. I ain't mad at Heineke, and he's a great fill-in, but we definitely got to get a quarterback, and Wentz is not the answer.
Shoot, believe me, if when the season is done, if Brady hangs it up, don't be surprised if Tampa goes for Garoppolo. You know what I'm saying? Because you just can't, like, he knows how to manage games, man. He doesn't lose.
He's proven that. He's proven
he doesn't lose you games, and that's what's most important in the NFL, right? You can win games and you don't lose your team games. And you guys experienced that in the start of the season with your big trade acquisition, who's somebody that will lose you games instead of managing the game to help y'all win. He'll win you one here and there, but he ain't gonna. He's gonna cost you those close games too. So
the biggest thing with players like Garoppolo, I think they know who they are. They don't try to be superstars.
Yep.
They solid players. They know their limitation. Of course, it's the NFL, so you're gonna throw interceptions and fumbles and make mistakes. But like you said, overall, he's not going to get outside of what he does for his team.
Yeah, exactly. He doesn't try to. He's not going to try to scramble and fumble the ball. He's not going to try and throw a big bomb to that'll be picked off. He's going to get them passes in there where he needs to go to win you a game. and that's important, man. So,
Yeah,
hopefully he
dig it.
heals up. Hopefully he gets himself a nice bag in the offseason still, because he has been hurt, but a lot of the shit is not like it's anything major that you could have avoided. You know what I'm saying? Like he has been hurt what 3 of the last 4 seasons,
Hmm.
and but what can you do if a big motherfucker like that rolls over on your foot? Yeah,
There's
there's nothing
nothing.
you can
There's
do,
nothing you
bro.
can do for that. Yeah.
There's
And
no
and here
way to avoid it.
and here's the thing. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's not Kyler Murray. So
Hmm.
his feet is to get out of danger and throw the ball. His feet ain't to take off and then get you 50, 40, 50 yards of running the
Exactly.
game or whatever. So he definitely could come back from it. And like you said, and I think somebody will give him, great
Yeah,
from middle of the road money. I mean, this guy could
exactly.
see
You're not
17 to
gonna.
15 to 17, maybe even $20 million next year.
I'm gonna say 20 to 25 probably,
Mm.
just because the market, man, the way the market is, it seems like 20's on the low end right now.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it is. I mean, yeah,
So especially if he's gonna be a starter for somebody. But speaking of
yeah,
Lamar Jackson injured his knee.
yeah.
Um, and you see, this is why it's tough to play without that contract, right?
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. I
Because
mean,
if
I,
my man ends up needing some serious knee surgery,
and of course they came back. It says from days to weeks. It's not season ending, but man, listen, whatever. And we talking
uh-huh,
about somebody who does use his leg. Now
he
his
has to use
throwing
those
has
legs.
his throwing has came around so much, but
Mhm.
that's just a part of his game that makes him a dangerous quarterback. Is you have to plan, you have to game plan for his running. You can't just game plan for his arm.
Yeah,
Now you have to game plan for his running and his arm. At one time, it's just really game plan to
just
stop
you
him
had
from
to worry
running.
about the run. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
so now it's both sides, but it's like you said, it only takes one hit from a guy 250 to 300 pounds, running the speeds that these guys run to hit you at a bad angle, man,
Bad angle, roll over on you.
yeah, and tear
You know.
something up. So, and like you said, he's playing on this contract only, so he doesn't have any
Hmm.
guaranteed money after this year. So it's kind of like, so what do you do? But here's I watched this last night. They're 8-4 right now, I think, and they was 8-4 last year when he got hurt. And I think they went on a 5-game losing streak last year when he got hurt. So we'll see what happens now that he's hurt again. But that in itself would almost tell you when if
You
y'all was
need
eight
him.
and four, if y'all was 8-4 last year, he got hurt and you went on like a 4 or 5-game losing streak. That tells you that this guy is needed. And let's just
Hmm.
face it, we can say, all day, the money's crazy he wants, but I mean,
It's
he's gonna
it's
say,
it's not crazy when
look,
you think about what everybody else is getting, though,
that's what I
right?
was gonna say. He's gonna say they gave, and everybody said Cleveland was crazy, and maybe they was a little crazy, but this guy got $230 million guaranteed, hadn't played a
Guaranteed.
down of football, and they believed in him enough to give him guaranteed money. I've been out here producing for y'all. The only name that gets mentioned when you say Ravens, and you saying I'm not worth that. So I feel him. I mean, I feel him
Yeah,
100%. I
exactly.
definitely
That
feel him.
that that's the big thing, right? Because when it comes down to it, if you're not if you don't want to give me that money, if I'm him, I may just hold out for the time being, right? And say, hey, my knee ain't right. My knee ain't right.
Yeah, yeah.
Let them sweat it out. Finish out the season. Hey, I can't play.
What they
And
say,
then
you
and then
never.
take my big bag at the end of the year with whoever offers me the money.
What's the saying? You never miss a good thing until it's gone.
Hmm. And
So
that's going to be a big thing, and at the same time, you spoke about Deshaun, and here we go, right? Deshaun Watson returned this
wow,
week.
I'm on one
Yeah,
tonight.
you
I'm coming
are. Yeah.
right in. I'm flowing. I ain't even looking at the stuff, and I'm flowing right into it.
But Deshaun
Great
Watson
minds think
returned,
alike, baby. Great
and
minds think alike.
he definitely put a hurting on his former team, right?
Well, no,
They,
they
it was
won though.
it was closer than you would have thought, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, and come on, man. Like I said, when I didn't watch the game, I kind of watched the highlights, but bruh, 700 games without playing a down of football. And it's just, and I tell anybody, I was telling somebody, it's just like boxing. You can go to that gym and you can hit them bags and you can punch the mitts, and boy, you look like $1,000,000. I said, but when that fight starts or when that game starts, the speed and the fastness and the thinking on the dime and that split second throw or that split second move that you don't have to do with the pads or with the bags or in practice when somebody runs up to you fast and pulls up, you know you ain't gonna get hit. It's easy to follow through. It's easy to throw the correct punch, but it's a whole nother level when it's live game action. It's just it's unmatchable. You cannot match practice with a actual speed of a game, and that's just pretty much what he went through.
well,
And he's going to have to play through that. That's just what it
that big
is.
thing, right? Everybody's got a good game plan until you get punched in the mouth, right?
Mike Tyson said it best.
Yeah.
Everybody's got a plan till you get punched in the mouth, and that's what it
Once you
is.
get punched in the mouth, it's a whole different world, you know.
Yeah.
So one of the topics, our next topic was actually supposed to be Baker Mayfield getting released. However, he just got signed today. So the Rams pick him up. There was a lot of talk that maybe the 49ers were going to pick him up because they right now their third string and the only quarterback that they have available on their roster is all they have. So
well, I'm sure they'll pick up another quarterback. But what people got to understand with the Shanahans, you got it's almost not Belichick-ish, but it's Belichick-ish. He has an ego. He runs his offense the way he wants, and there's nobody in his eyes is bigger than his offense. So Mayfield talent level wasn't, but Mayfield commercials. He's doing the Heisman commercials in the Heisman house. He did the progressive. He had all the smack talk this summer and all of that stuff. So it's like, and they said he came out and I heard him actually come out and say, I'd be highly surprised if anything comes out of him playing with us or signing with us. So he wasn't going to go over there just because the big personality. I think that was part of it. Could Shanahan might have what he does with offense? Could he might have got something out of him because he's kind of mobile and he can throw, all right. But I think the what he's done this year and the end of last year, adding up to where they're at now, they was like, we don't even want those issues, and that got completed 25 passes. Purdy he completed 25 passes last week.
Well, I just seen early. I was just reading on Garoppolo. Apparently, he did not suffer a Lisfranc injury to his broken left foot. That's actually the same thing that DJ LeMahieu from the Yankees has going on right now. That they said could take 5 months to rehab if he needed the surgery. So they say he did not suffer that injury, and he could be ready in 7 to 8 weeks, which would mean he could be available in the playoffs.
Okay, well, that's good news. Good news.
That's big. That is very big. I don't think Baker's going to do much for the Rams. Rams are missing a lot of their key pieces still. Yeah. And you know what, though? This is a good audition for him to prove that.
That's what I was going to say. Excellent. Yeah, excellent audition for him.
And the Niners did pick up Josh Johnson as their new backup now, too. So
the Ravens, as the Ravens did anything, they didn't do nothing, did they?
I didn't see anything about the Ravens picking up anybody as their.
I'm sure. I think they had two quarterbacks, probably, a second and a third, probably already anyway.
Yeah.
49ers was down two quarterbacks.
Yeah, they're number one, then they're number two. Both.
Yeah, they definitely had to do something.
But yeah, so now it's time to jump into. I know this is your favorite thing to do, Kenny. So we're gonna
Must
jump
be
into
must be
this.
must be baseball.
We're gonna jump into this hot stove. It's been popping today, and but for the past couple days, Jacob DeGrom left the Mets. Signed a 5-year deal with the Rangers for $185 million.
Mm,
Um, apparently, what the Mets had offered him was 3 years at, I believe it was 41 million a year, which would have put him at, just over 120. I think it was supposed to be like 3 years at 125 or something around there.
mm,
And
mm.
he ended up signing for 5 years, 185. And he never even went back to the Mets to try and see if they would match or beat this offer.
Wow. He was like, damn it,
So
I'm out.
yeah, well, they apparently he didn't want to be there, which was why
Okay.
dude opted out after only pitching in I think 12 games this year and
Wow.
being hurt the previous year and the year before that. So when you think about it, right, for the Rangers to give him 5 years, the question is how many starts is this dude gonna make? You know, it's like the starter that pitches every game for every start. I think he pitches like 30 or 35 starts, and he hasn't done that in years.
Mm.
So you're giving him a 5-year contract. He has never had any major surgeries like Tommy John or any shoulder surgeries. So
It's
he
roughly
throws
around
super hard.
$37 million a year.
Yeah.
Something
So
like that.
he took less per year to get 5 guaranteed years. Um, but it's crazy to me that you know these teams are willing to throw that kind of money out for somebody that hasn't pitched nearly as much as he could or should, right? But then as soon as that happened, the Mets went out and said, "Fuck it, we're gonna throw the bank at Justin Verlander."
And good night. They
And he
did
signed a
43
2-year,
million damn dollars a year. Good
and,
night.
and it's like 43.3.
God.
And apparently, so when you look at the math, though, right, what Scherzer signed for last year was like 44 or like 43.7 or something.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still Scherzer's still their guy. He's still the highest paid player.
Exactly.
So Verlander's coming off a Cy Young year. Um,
37,
also
38 years old, 40 years
38,
old.
38 years old, coming off Cy Young. Didn't pitch for almost 2 full seasons before this Cy Young season.
So
So
the arm
his
doesn't
arm should
have
be good.
exactly. So it has 2 years of
And
rest on that.
he just had the Tommy John surgery 2 years ago. So
Okay.
he bounced back great. He pitches
Yeah, he
great.
did.
And he's somebody that when he's healthy, before
Oh,
that
when he's
injury two
on.
years ago, he started in 30 games, 9 seasons out of his whole career, so far out of his
Oh
career.
no, he's a workhorse without a
So
doubt. Definitely a workhorse.
he's one of those guys that you can count on to go out there and take the ball every 5 days. And to guarantee him 2 years, and I think he's got a 3rd-year option at like 25 million
Okay.
if he hits like whatever vesting options, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like based on innings pitched and whatnot. But to me, man, I don't like Verlander, but the guy, he's a horse, man. And apparently the Yankees were in on him until Steve Cohen came out with 2 years, 86 million, and a 3rd-year option, because the Yankees apparently were in on 2 years, but they weren't willing to go higher than 2. So that 3rd-year option plus the 43 million. Woo! Felt like I was about to call. I'm sorry. He got blown away. He took that deal, and he's back with Max Scherzer, who he was with in Detroit years ago.
Okay. Okay.
So I think now there's gonna be a lot of old guys in that Mets clubhouse. So you got him, you got Scherzer, you got Buck Showalter. So it should be interesting. I think it's a good fit for them. The Mets still need to get outfield help. They still need more pitching help because they lost DeGrom. They replaced him with Verlander, but they still lost Walker and Bassett also. So they still do need some more pitching help. So I'm interested to see where that's gonna end up going. Uh yeah, exactly, Pops. Fuck the Mets. Um, but yeah, Caramel Latte, the Bucks did pull it out. That
Yeah,
was crazy, crazy,
that
crazy.
bullshit. That bullshit.
But besides that, Trey Turner signed with the Phillies on an 11-year, $300 million deal.
God
Apparently
damn.
leaving 40, I think they said $44 million on the table to sign with the Padres.
Mm,
The Padres offered him 11 for 344, and he turned
mm,
that down for 11 for 300 to stay on the East Coast, which
okay.
is interesting, because he didn't want to get traded to the Dodgers, they said, when the Dodgers acquired him in the offseason. And so, going to the Dodgers, I guess made him realize like, yo, this ain't where it's at for me. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be on the West Coast. He's an East Coast guy. His family's all from the East Coast. So he said, you know what? I'm out. I'm going back to the East Coast. I don't care. And this is like the big thing, right? Like he's getting what 30, I can't remember exactly what it was, but 11,300. So it's a little bit less than 30 million a year.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, 11, 10 to 3 would be 30. So,
Yeah, so a little bit less than 30 million a year, and to me, that extra 40 million would be nice, but for the comfort factor,
eggs, that
he's
goes a
going
long way,
to
man.
Philly, he's going to Philly, where he knows Bryce Harper, he knows he already got a homeboy there, he's comfortable there,
Oh,
he's going to be 30 this year.
yeah,
Or he
yeah.
is 30. He's either 30 or going to be 30. So he's going to be playing until 41. There's no way he's going to be a shortstop until that time. So you got to figure maybe, and he's a speed guy. So another 5, 6 years of him being a shortstop, maybe. Then he's got to move to second. So they're but the Phillies are doing the smart thing. They needed contact back, right? That was what they were missing. They had a lot of boppers in there, and they made it to the World Series with all their power hitting. But a guy that could get on base is very important. And their
Yes, sir.
defense was horrible. They had one of the worst rated defenses in all of baseball last year. Now they just shored up their shortstop position with a great shortstop for the next 11 years. You know. So besides that, the Dodgers released Cody Bellinger a couple days
Mm,
ago, and he
wow.
signed a 1-year deal with the Cubs for 17.5 million.
Well, like it was just what 3, 4 years ago. That guy was one of the hottest damn
He was the
baseball players
MVP.
going. Yeah,
He was an MVP player. He did
that
have some injuries.
he was raking and everything, man.
He had some serious injuries, and it was looking like oh, breaking news: the Pirates win the draft lottery.
Okay.
Um, and they will be getting the first pick. The Nationals will be getting the
What
second,
the hell does that mean? They'll get a guy and he'll play 1 or 2 years and get good, and then they'll
and
release
then
him or
they'll trade
trade
him
him.
away. They'll
Yeah.
trade him
So
away.
what the hell does that
Um,
mean?
but you know what, man? It's they got to do it. So let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna read this off real quick on this draft lottery. Pirates, Nationals, Tigers. The Rangers got the fourth pick, which is
Mm.
crazy, being that they're just spending money left and right on all these free agents, right? The Twins, who you got on your ball cap there, getting the fifth. Oakland A's 6, Reds 7, uh, Royals 8, 9, Rockies. So pretty much a bunch of teams, except for the Nationals. Oh no, the Nationals. Except for yeah, pretty much everybody except for the Twins. The Twins were probably one of the better teams that are in this top 10. The Marlins got 10, Angels 11, D-backs, Cubs, Red Sox 14. But yeah, it's to me it's an interesting thing, the way that this is working out. But back to Cody Bellinger. Cody Bellinger got a 1 year deal to go to the Cubs. I'm guaranteeing that the Cubs had to have told him like, bro, you're gonna be our everyday center fielder. You're gonna retest the market next year, and you're gonna blow it open. And if he's healthy, he's gonna get probably like an 8-9 year deal next year. If he
He was
so
raking, man. I mean, like I said, 3 4 years ago, he's one of the better players in baseball.
yeah, Kenny's probably very happy that the Bucks pulled it out. They kept him one win closer. If he would have, if he would have went with, if the fans would have elected him to pick the Saints.
Listen, I would have never picked the Saints over, even though up to the fourth quarter it looked like they was going to beat them. But come on, I tell you, I am just not. And I say this in two parts. I am just not a Tom Brady fan, but he is a great football player. So not a hater, but I'm not a fan. So anytime he can get his ass kicked like the Cowboys, kick his ass.
Oh man. Um, but yeah, so hopefully Cody Bellinger gets his bag at the end of this year. Um, Also, Josh Bell, who was acquired by the Padres in the midseason acquisition, signs a 2 year deal with the Guardians for 33 million,
He
which to
used to
me
mash. Does he still hit the ball pretty well?
he's a switch hitting, not a bad fielding first baseman.
Yeah,
And
he used to mash.
when you think about it, that's a steal for the Guardians.
Okay,
I still want to
okay.
call them the Indians for some reason,
I know
but
you know baseball a little bit better than me, so I'll take your word
I
for
want
it.
to be
I know it used to smash.
I don't want to be politically incorrect and call them the Indians, but he still will tear the ball up, man, and he's a switch hitter, which is
Yeah,
big. So
yeah,
I'm
definitely.
surprised that he didn't get at least 20, being that
He's a little older though,
Abreu.
ain't he?
No, he's not that old. I think he's
He
like
ain't.
28,
Oh
29.
wow, wow.
I think I
Nah.
could be wrong, but yeah, it's crazy. But good for him anyway. I think uh I think it was a great move for the Guardians to take him on that 2 year deal. And it's not expensive. So and
Exactly.
being that they just won the division last year,
Yeah.
that helps
Hey,
them out. Also, Fred
crime
McGriff
dog.
got inducted into the Hall of Fame, well, elected into the Hall of Fame by the not by the writers. This is by the committee of former players and managers, and
Crime dog
um,
was a steady player, man. Because I was Atlanta
he was
Braves
good.
fan, so yeah, I seen
He
Crime
was
Dog a lot. I was Atlanta Braves fan, so he
see,
did
but
his thing.
this is the thing, right? I feel like with it, you just said right. He was a solid player. You
Exactly.
watched the Braves a lot back in those
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
He was good,
Yeah.
but the Hall of Fame isn't for good players,
Yes.
right?
Exactly.
And and
He probably had a couple 2 or 3 years with 30 plus home runs, maybe. I
dude,
mean, he
he
was.
played for like 18 to 20 years. Didn't
Yeah.
even hit
Yeah. Yeah.
500
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
runs.
Yeah. So he okay. So he was, solid.
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he was a bad
And I
player,
see
or
exactly
I'm
what
not
you're
knocking
saying.
him.
But the Hall
But
of Fame's supposed to be for the best of the freaking best.
and then you have, uh, you know, I'm gonna let my Yankee colors show a bit, right? Don Mattingly still didn't get in. When
Don Madden's not in the Hall of Fame.
nope. And the interesting thing is when you look at Don Mattingly's numbers, his
Wow.
numbers are pretty much identical to Kirby Puckett. And Kirby
Wow.
Puckett, except Kirby Puckett did have 2 World Series titles under his belt.
Who has Don Manley pissed off? I mean, that name is pretty like
Everybody loves
serious.
him except for
Yeah, that
me.
name
I am
rings, bro.
I am not a Yankee fan. I am not a Don Mattingly fan.
Okay.
But the dude was one of the best players when I was younger. And when you look at his numbers, all he was
Wow.
missing was 2 World Series rings, and his numbers are just as good as Kirby Puckett's.
And I'm
Or
not. I
exact
don't. I don't know if we had this on the topic because I'm not looking at it, but R.I.P. to Gaylord Perry, man. He passed away. Gaylord Perry, the Hall of
Gaylord
Fame
Perry
pitcher,
did
Gaylord
pass
Perry
away.
passed away. Yep, he
Um,
passed away. 85 years old, I think he was.
but yeah, it's crazy. Like last year, Harold Baines got in, and Harold Baines, I there's nothing about Harold Baines that made me feel like Hall of Famer. Nothing at
Exactly.
all.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Not even a little bit. So to me, it's like, um, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's a crazy situation.
Yeah, it really
But
is. Because I'm like
um,
you heard, you say Harold Baines and Don Mattingly. Even I think the casual baseball fan would say, yeah, Don Mattingly's definitely in before Harold Baines.
yeah. So exactly, Carmelate. I don't know what's going on with Judge, but earlier in the day, I don't know if people saw that, but John Heyman decided that he was going to tweet out Judge appeared to be headed to the Giants. Giants say, and then 7 minutes later, he recanted his tweet and said, Giants say they have not heard on Aaron Judge. His apologies for jumping the gun. First of all, Buddy was trying to go so fast. He
Yes, he
typed
was
in,
trying to be that guy to be the first one to report that.
yeah, typed in arson judge. So I don't know who arson judge is. Maybe he was going to the Giants, but um, allegedly, allegedly, what's going on with Judge is, from what I read earlier and listening to the radio and Michael K show and stuff like that. The Yankees are at 340 million over
Good,
9 years,
good night.
and the Giants are at 360 million over 9 years. So he'll be taking a $20 million loss if he agrees to
To the
stay
Yankees.
in New York. However, the Giants have not been a good team for the past couple years, and when you look at it, right,
Mm, mm.
what I was saying before, right, like clearly Judge is a hometown boy in San Fran. He grew up being a San Francisco Giants fan.
Didn't know that.
Apparently, his favorite player was Barry Bonds. So
Oh,
this is big. It's big for him. It's like Jeter being a Yankee. His dream was to be a Yankee. Apparently, when Aaron Judge was in high school, he told his high school sweetheart that he was going to marry her, and he is going to be playing for the San Francisco Giants.
did he marry her?
He's married to her, and now
Uh-oh.
it's his opportunity. You know what, man?
uh,
Listen, I'm
uh-oh.
on this. I'm on this take of, you know, I can't see the Yankees going to 10 years. I just can't. You know what I mean? Like he's too big. Sure, he has stayed healthy for the last 2 years, going on 3 years. No, 2 years. But I just can't do 10 years, man. 10 years and then if now people started talking about 400 million would get him. Come on, man.
Mm, mm,
400 million over 10 years. It's just crazy. Crazy. And
unreal.
people are talking about, they need to just save the money and go after Shohei Otani in the offseason next year. But Otani, he's probably going to command even more than that. I guarantee you, if Judge signs 10 years, 400 million, Otani's signing 10 years, probably 450, 475.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about somebody who was an all-star from both sides of the damn
Bro,
plate.
they did the all baseball team, first and second team, and he was on both teams.
Look,
So
picture that. Exactly. That tells
it,
you
it,
everything.
yeah, it's crazy. Oh man. What's my opinion of Brandon Nimmo? If he can stay healthy, I think Brandon Nimmo is a good grab for any team. But he hasn't been healthy over the years. But he's gonna get paid. So good for him. I think the Mets are gonna do everything they can to bring him back. He is loved by a lot of Met fans. Um 340 for 8 is more than no, the Yankees are at 9 years also for 340. Is what at least that's their thoughts. Of what people are claiming. But That's let's jump into. So this has a little bit to do with baseball because this man was a baseball player, but he was also a stud football player, and now he is a coach for the University of Colorado. Deion Sanders signed a 5-year deal worth $29.5 million.
Shit, that's almost $6 million a damn year.
Good for Deion, right?
Yeah, not mad at it.
I feel
I've been following this thing, and they've been it's been mixed feelings based on some sites I watch and some programming I watch. At the end of the day, Dion brought more attention to Jackson State in 3 years in HBCUs in 3 years than probably the greatest coach ever in HBCUs, which was Eddie Robinson. He was the greatest coach ever, coached at Grambling for like 30 something years, won multiple national championships for the SWAC or whether that division is. But the overall attention that Dion, I mean, he had College Game Day at Jackson State. They played on ESPN several times.
yeah,
He had
he's a
he
name,
had
man. He's a
he
draw.
had the number one, was it defensive or receiver or somebody signed with Jackson State. Now here's the backside to that. When you walk into a kid's parents' house and that kid only came to play for Deion Sanders. Now you got the portal. You can't transfer it.
Yeah,
But
that's the big thing nowadays.
that's
So at
that's
least
the downside.
That's allowable.
That's the downside to it is you walk in there and you this freshman and you probably could have the kid that could have played anywhere in the country and then you're at Jackson State. Of course you can hit the portal and I'm sure somebody will pick you up. But you know you went there specifically to play for Deion. And but listen, man, it's what people get caught up is in the personal. It's a business, man. That man
Exactly.
that man still has to support and pay for his family. I don't, and like one guy said, I don't give a damn if he made $500 million in the NFL. You still create most generational wealth you can create, and good for him to make $30+ million a year for the next 5 years. His 3 years brought so much attention to the HBCUs and Jackson State that they never had in all of this time. I see with some of I think the one coach he got into it with when Deion said, I am SWAC and this, that, and the third, the coach came out and said, see, I told y'all, ain't nothing SWAC about it. He took the bag and ran. Listen, man, I don't give a damn what none of them saying. And somebody put $30 million. I think his salary was $300,000 at Jackson State, and he either gave half or all of it back into the school while he was coaching. He didn't even take the full salary, trying to get the facilities up and the uniforms and this, that, and the third. And then here's the other thing: it's just a different style of football, a different style of facilities, the practice facilities, the fields, the materials, not the uniform, but the equipment. It's just different. And don't get it twisted. I almost went to a couple of black schools when I came out of college, junior college for baseball, and it's just different. I mean, I much as I hate to say it, a lot of these schools are put into not the greatest neighborhood. It's just a lot of crime-ridden stuff, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate to bring this up, but it's just a different lifestyle that you change to leave Jackson State to go to a PWI school, one of the power ranked schools, and it's a lifestyle. I mean, and let's just face it, if his son does what he did at Jackson State for Colorado, he would be Heisman Trophy in the Heisman Trophy talk. So it's just a lot, I'm torn because I know the HBCUs needed Deion's and these kind of guys to try to help bring it up to speed, but one man can't do it, and so I'm happy for him, man. Hey, he did what he could do. in the
He brought a lot of
three.
eyes to it.
Yeah, he brought a lot of eyes to it, and hopefully, I think a coach from that was on his staff is actually going to take over, and so there's still going to be somebody who was there take over, and hopefully hopefully still grow, and I still hope other players, you know, of top thing goes to those kind of schools and bring more attention because there is talent in those institutions, man. It's just let's just face it, the business side of it, it's just hard to compete with those, you know, the Colorados and these big schools, man. It's just hard to compete. The eyes that's on you, the thing that's on you, you know, to get to the next level, you know, because the first thing they're gonna do is question you when you do it at a HBCU, just because they're gonna say the talent around you
Mm-hmm.
is not
Then,
that.
yeah.
So, you know, Steve McNair came from Alcorn State. They questioned him, and of course he got there and he still did his thing.
Rest in peace,
Doug
man.
Williams, he came. Walter Payton, so it's great. Jerry Rice, I think Shannon Sharp went to a black school, so it's definitely people that comes out of those schools that does it. But it's you would definitely have to prove yourself even more to try to get there to that. So big ups to Dion, man, for what he did for 3 years. And big up to Dion for going to get his money, man, and taking care of his family, man. That's because at the end of the day, that's what we put here as men to do, man, to try to take care of families. I mean, and you know, I know a lot of people saying, well, you know, those kids and this, that, and the third, but one man can't change the world. So
You
it
ain't
is what it is.
lying, brother.
It
You are
is
not
what it
lying.
is.
Yeah. Listen, I wholeheartedly agree with you on that, definitely, because it brought a lot of eyes. So shout out to that, man.
Man, they had college
Um
game day on Jackson State campus, bro.
and that's something
That's
they don't
big.
see.
Yeah, man, that's
So
big.
excuse me one second. Oh man. um Little breaking news. Taiwan Walker and the Philadelphia Phillies are in agreement on a contract, according to Jeff Passan. After signing Trey Turner, now they added a top pitcher to their market. So look at that. Mets lost their one of their starting pitchers now to the Phillies also. So
Mm.
but it's time for a little shooter work. For those that don't know, if this is your first time tuning in, shooter work is a wrestling terminology. It's some wrestling terminology. A shoot means it's legit, it's real. A work is it's a gimmick, it's fake, or we're not buying it. You know what I'm saying? Like buy or sell kind of deal.
Yeah.
Um, so our third topic was supposed to be will Baker Mayfield throw another pass? However, he got picked up. So we will definitely be seeing Baker Mayfield throwing another pass. So our first topic will be 49ers will win the NFC West.
And them teams consist of
The NFC West is Niners, Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals.
definitely a shoot.
Even without their one or two starting quarterback, I do believe that they have enough weapons around them to make it happen. If this kid, what's his name, Purdy,
Mm-hmm.
if Purdy can just not turn over the ball, I think they're good. They got a good defense, and he's got Debo, Christian McCaffrey. Enough said. You know what I mean?
And their defense is solid. They
Yeah,
got
that's
a
what I
good
mean. The
defense.
defense is on point.
Yeah, their defense is solid. So
Um,
that goes a long way. So pretty
Besides
much
that, I don't
what Purdy has to not do is lose games.
exactly.
That's the biggest thing.
Just,
Don't lose the games.
just got to put him in positions, I
Yeah.
think, to manage the game
And that
and
Shanahan's specialty is to come up with creative ways to make his quarterback do his thing.
make him look good. That's it. But
Yep.
apparently, I can't remember who I was hearing about earlier. Carmelate says that it's a shoot. But somebody was saying what I was listening to something this morning. and they were saying like he was the diamond in the rough in the draft. Like he was like
Very
the last
possible.
overall pick in the draft, and apparently people believed that he should have been drafted earlier, but he never did.
Yeah, it
So
happens.
maybe we'll
It
see, right?
happens. It happens.
So I call a shoot on that. You call a shoot. Carmelate says shoot. Um, Packers will make the playoffs.
Mm, work.
I'm calling a
I
work
call.
on this.
I
Man.
call that a work. I call that a work.
Um,
I don't. I don't. I mean,
uh,
I don't know what the remaining schedule is, but I'm sure they got Detroit again, who's playing. You got to
yo,
beat Detroit. Detroit is not going to beat themselves. You're going to have to beat Detroit. They got the Vikings if they haven't played them twice. The Bears are hit and miss. That could be a tough game for them. I'm just calling out their conference right now.
yeah.
Um,
Shit, the
who
Bears
else
played
is?
them tough this week.
You got the Bears, the Lions, Minnesota, and Packers. Yeah, if they got to play them all again, it's very easily they can lose it. And it's what 6 games left in the season. How many games
Yeah,
left? 6, 7 games.
5, I think actually.
5 because because we are 7-5-1, so that means we played 13 games, 17 game season. But I think we won. We still got a bye, so it's
Let's see
like
Green Bay's
5
remaining
games left.
schedule.
I think it's 5
Green
games.
Bay's remaining schedule is Rams this week. Definitely a winnable game.
Winnable game.
Dolphins on Christmas.
Don't think they'll beat the Dolphins.
I don't see them beating the Dolphins. Vikings.
Don't
Listen,
think
the
they'll beat the
Vikings.
Vikings.
I don't believe in the Vikings, but I don't. See
I don't
them beating the
neither,
Vikings.
but I don't see them beating the Vikings,
The Lions.
which is going to be a rough game.
And
That's not.
wait, there's only 4 games left in the season.
Okay, that's not an automatic win.
Yeah.
And their record right now is what?
They are. What's their record? Sorry, bro. I'm trying to.
And the best they could do in their conference is wild card because they're not going to catch the Vikings.
Yeah, they're not
only
catching
2
the
losses. With only 2 losses, so the Vikings is going to win the division.
Standings. Oh, they're 5-8 right now. The
So,
Packers.
If they win out, that makes them
8-8.
8-8,
Yeah.
and that's wild card at best.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see it. That's a work.
So far, the only team. Well, there's 2 teams that are officially eliminated from playoff contention.
Colt probably the Texans for sure.
Texans and the
Who's the other
Bears.
one? Okay, the Bears.
The Bears are 3-10, and the Texans are 1-10. 1-10-1. Sorry. So, but yeah. So I don't see. But let me tell you that I still, like I said, I don't believe that the Vikings are the team. I don't believe in them at all.
The
I feel
Vikings.
like they let these guys come right back in.
The Vikings will get a home because they're going to win their division. They'll get a home, and it's very possible they lose their first freaking playoff game at home. It's very possible. I just don't believe in. Kataya. Yep. Yeah, that's one of my people at the gym. She's
okay. She says
excellent.
to shoot for the Niners, and
Yes.
she says Green Bay is possibly a wild card. Will lose to the Dolphins and probably Vikings that could win the remaining 2.
Kataya, that Detroit game is a whole lot tougher than it looks on paper. That Detroit game is a tough game. The Bears, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, they could beat the Bears. That's probably the only one that I could see them winning against left on that roster, on their schedule. So let me get back to our that was our shoot or work. But now it's time for our week 13 picks and our recap. So after week 13, I am 33-20. I went 3-1 this week. Kenny is 31-22, three and
Coming
one
up,
this
baby.
week.
I'm coming.
And
I'm
Mega
coming.
is where's Mega?
29 and
29 and
23.
23. 2-2 this
Senior,
week.
senior neighbor is coming.
So um this week's picks, we have the Raiders at the Rams, the Dolphins at the Chargers, Patriots at the Cardinals.
Okay.
So that's our picks that we need to
What
make
about the
this week.
upset? It's not an upset pick in it,
Well,
is it?
we didn't. This is just our
Our
Thursday,
pick. Okay.
yeah, Sunday night and Monday games.
Okay.
So, hold on one second. Let me get to this shit here. All right. So our picks. So we got Raiders at the Rams. I'm going Raiders.
Definitely Raiders.
All right. So all three and Mega went Raiders. Um, Dolphins at the Chargers. The way the Chargers have been playing, man, they look like trash. They look like trash. So I'm going Miami. Even though Tua looked like trash this week, I'm going
Yeah.
Miami just because I just don't believe. I don't believe in the Chargers anymore. I before the season
Oh,
started,
definitely.
I thought the Chargers were going to be.
Yeah, Herbert, man. I mean, he's a multi-talented quarterback, but I just everything else around him just looks like. I mean, I don't know. Definitely Dolphins on that also.
Mega took the Dolphins. Patriots at the Cardinals. We have the Patriots are visiting to Arizona Cardinals. I am going the Patriots.
I'm going Cardinals.
You're going Cardinals?
I'm going
All right.
Cardinals.
All right. So, and Mega went Patriots.
That's the one
Now,
right there that gets me over the hump right there. It brings me one game closer to you.
now the
And I'm looking at the point spreads because it's got to be 3 or
yeah,
better. And
three and a
let me
half,
just tell you, let me just tell you, Katayo, they are giving, they being the Lions, are giving the Vikings 2.5 points. This is let you know how much respect that they have for the damn Vikings. The Lions are giving the Vikings 2.5 points this week.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, you know what? People were sleeping, man. But so this week we have. Damn it! I should have wrote these down. So
I
should
got
look
him. I
at
can
these
call him. I
down.
can call him out.
No, but we like to let the fans know we got the Jets
Yeah, that's what I
getting.
said. I was gonna
Okay.
call the So we can
Excuse me.
pick from the Titans and Jaguars. The Titans are giving the Jaguars 3.5. Philly is giving the Giants 7, and they're playing in New York. They're playing in Tennessee on that Jaguars game. Buffalo are giving the Jets 9.5. And they're playing in Buffalo. The Bengals are giving the Browns 6, and they're playing in Cincinnati. Dallas is giving the Texans 17.
Wow.
That's college shit right there. They're
Yeah,
playing
for
in
real.
Dallas. The Chiefs are giving the Broncos 9. They're playing in Denver. San Francisco is giving Tampa Bay 3.5. They're playing in San Francisco. Seahawks are giving the Panthers 4. They're playing in Seattle. And, well, we already picked the Miami game, and we already picked the Cardinals and Patriots game.
Wow, man, these are some tough picks. Tough picks. So Mega went with the Jets.
I was kind of looking at that my damn self.
That is to me, the way that the Jets played the Bills last time,
Hmm.
that's definitely a game that looked like a good pick.
I can't go with Mega just because
Nah, I
he
can't.
picked him first. So I'm not going
Yeah.
to go with him. Y'all know how many times I've rolled with the Chiefs, so I'm gonna
Oh, we
take the
got
Chiefs.
Surfer J in the building.
What's up? What's up, guy?
What's up, Surfer
Appreciate you,
J?
man. Appreciate you checking in with us, Surfer J. Go ski,
Um,
go Commanders, Surfer J. Go Commanders, baby. We
man,
off this week, so ain't no go Commanders. We actually got a bye this week.
damn, this is crazy, man. This is a tough one.
I think I'm going to go with. I'm gonna go with Cleveland beating Cincinnati.
Ooh, ooh, okay. Hey, that's a
I'm gonna,
good
t-
pick though.
I'm gonna take Deshaun picking it up this week.
You know what, man? The damn Bengals look for real though now.
Y'all know they serious. That's just purely because if I had my choice, I would take that Jets game, but I'm not going to
Yeah.
pick with him.
Oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's see. Where am I going?
Is
Oh
it three
man.
or 3.5? It's got to be.
Three and a half.
Okay.
Can't pick that Panthers game. There's no way I'm going with the Broncos.
Don't say that out loud. My fellow workout mate get mad. She's a Carolina Panther. No, she's actually a Buffalo Bills fan, but Carolina's
Oh,
her
okay,
second
okay.
team. Yes, Carolina's her second team.
Man. Shit. Definitely can't pick my Buccaneers because they've been shitting the bed like crazy. And I don't trust the damn Giants to beat the Eagles.
That's probably the next.
Yeah, that's like the only other one that I
I
feel
don't
like
know. I
I could
mean,
pick.
you might could roll with the Jags over Tennessee. I
I
don't
don't
know.
even where the hell. Oh, Jags over tonight, man. The
They
way the
playing in
fucking
Tennessee. That's 3.5. They playing in Tennessee.
the way the Jaguars played this week, though, man.
Oof,
Fuck.
they were horrendous.
Oh man, you know what? I'm going Jags. Going
Okay.
Jags, man. You know why? Just because I feel like after that embarrassment last week,
They're
they're
gonna
gonna
come
want to
back
show
and
out, and they're gonna fucking
and Tennessee ain't really been lights out to say that's an automatic win neither.
they're gonna give Tennessee the business this week.
Okay.
So I gotta make sure. Hold on, let me put this in our chat. So
Yeah,
we'll
I guess and make sure you
yeah,
write that
real quick.
stuff down.
Um, so we got you took the
Browns over the Bengals.
Browns.
They're gonna be talking straight junk with me right now, wouldn't
I took the Jags,
he? And he took the Jets over Buffalo Bills.
and the only other pick that we didn't agree on that was which one did you
I
take?
took the
You took
Cardinal. I
the
took the Cardinals over the
Cardinals, right?
Patriots.
All
Yeah.
right, you took the Cards.
Cardinals at home, so I think they're at home. Pretty sure they're at home. Let's see.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
Yeah, Cardinals are at home. That's actually a Monday night game.
All right. So yeah, so we got those picks in. Man, I was really, really, really hoping that we were gonna get some breaking news. Aaron Judge signing somewhere before the show was over today. Um, we can't pick the Niners, caramel latte,
They're favorites.
because they're favorites to beat the Bucks. So I would have to pick the Bucks over the Niners, and the way the Bucks have been playing, I just can't trust them. I love my Bucks.
And they playing in San Fran.
Yeah, and they don't. The Bucks always play like shit when they go to the West Coast. So, and Panthers and Bills. Okay, she's a Panthers and Bills
Yep,
fan.
yep. She's a Panthers and Bills
Okay,
fan.
well, hey, listen,
We,
every,
we have many conversations in the gym about the Panthers and Bills.
so she's a fan of punishment because before these past couple years, the Bills were horrendous, and the Panthers haven't been nothing too great for quite a while either.
I tell you
So
what, she's awesome at doggone what do you call it? Fantasy football. She's actually winning her league right now.
what? Awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah, she's a sports fanatic. She's
Oh,
a
that's
hockey
great,
fan.
man. Well,
Yeah,
hey,
she goes to the Carolina
thank
hockey
you for
game.
tuning
Yeah.
in. We do appreciate it. Oh, the
Yeah.
Hurricane.
Yeah, she's a Hurricane fan.
Okay.
Well, she came down from Buffalo, but now she's here, so she goes out to the
Okay,
game.
okay. She was probably a Saber fan previously.
I think she's probably still in there with her.
Yeah. But yeah, man. Besides that, we don't really got much else. I was hoping some more MLB breaking news would happen, but it's not looking like anything else. We did get the Phillies adding. Oh wait, there we go. Taiwan Walker for it was a 4-year deal, 72 million is what he signed with the Phillies. So that's nice, nice little deal for him, man.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes, sir.
okay, Andrew Heaney, formerly of the Dodgers and the Yankees, signed a 2-year, $25 million deal with the Rangers. Also, he rebuilt himself going to the Dodgers last year because he sucked ass with the Yankees and the Angels the previous year.
And just kind of madness around sports. So I think Antonio Brown actually has a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah, he's a fool, man. That guy's a
Uh, Adesanya, they dismissed his case. He had tried to get brass knuckles through the airport and got arrested, but I think it said dismissed with certain provisions. So I don't know what the provisions was, but probably make him go talk to some community service, make him go talk to some people or something.
Go do some shit, pay a fine,
Kyrie Irving, Nike dropped him officially as a endorsement for. They officially dropped Kyrie Irving.
Bro,
And,
did you peep that Dave Chappelle skit on Saturday Night Live?
Yeah, I did.
But he said Kanye said billionaires don't rock chains. he said you better start rocking your chain.
No doubt. Yeah, Dave goes in.
Bro, my man lost $2 billion.
Well, I think the just from the Yeezy Adidas thing, I think right off the bat it was like $246 million just instantly when they dropped them. Then the Balenciaga, whatever the name of that company, I don't know why that shit anyway, it's too expensive. But it was some more millions with that. So he lost instant money like soon as they, and a lot of that money is because Kanye came back and said, well, they took all this money, but I'm still worth 400 million. Was probably what his solid net worth was, because when you sign these endorsements and you got these contracts, a lot of that is digital money. It's not even money in your pocket. That's saying throughout this contract, that's what. So a lot of that was money that he wasn't touching yet anyway. But I'm trying to think
did you see
anything else.
the Odell Beckham Jr. news too that had came out right before the show? Fuck, man, sorry. The Jerry Jones came out and said that Odell Beckham's knee doesn't look good, and he probably isn't going to be ready to really play
to postseason. Yeah, to postseason
until the postseason or next season.
Wow.
So,
it's not the first time on that knee. See, that's the other thing. This is not the first time. This is the second time he's tore that. So it only makes sense it would take a little longer. Yeah, it's definitely big because they was taking him to games and courting him and everything. The Cowboys was so.
But yeah, did you see he was at the Mavericks game and
that's what I said.
There,
player. Yeah, the players was definitely trying to get him.
Did you peep Judge in Tampa Bay yesterday?
No, I did.
Judge was at Tampa Bay watching the Bucks game, and
but it couldn't be such a big deal because they play their
he lives
summer
in
ball
Tampa.
there. That's what I was going to say. They play their summer ball there, so
He was there rocking a Mike Evans jersey, and
Okay.
he was in the tunnel as they were coming out, and apparently, so Tom Brady comes up to him, shakes his hand, and tells him, "Hey, man, you want to play tight end for us tonight?"
I tell you, he's
So,
big enough. That's for
no,
damn
he's.
sure.
But you know what, bro? When you see Brady next to him, man, Brady's almost as big as him.
It
As
wasn't.
tall, as tall,
Yeah.
almost
Okay.
as tall. Not he's not there,
How
but
tall is Judge?
judges, I believe they say he's 6'7", and
So
about
they saying
280.
Brady's around 6'5", 6'4", then?
Yeah, because when you look at the picture, I was like, whoa, okay. And then after the game, Brady told him something else, and they were trying to see where he was. Like they were saying that they wanted a lip reader to see because it sounded like Brady said, "Hey, have you made your decision?" And Judge said something. So yeah,
I mean, I'm
but
gonna
they were
tell you,
saying like,
man.
who are you talking about, pops? He's probably behind on something.
Yeah,
Probably,
gotta be.
but yeah, man. I think let me tell you, like that was I was hearing I can't remember what podcast. I was listening to Talking Yanks podcast a couple days ago, and they were saying like if it was let me put this up real quick. Surfer J says he likes his shirt. Kenny Urban Legends for
You
life.
know you know what that shirt is about, baby. You know what that shirt is about.
But yeah, my whole so on the podcast I was listening to, they said that if they were in charge of trying to sign Judge, they'd be like, hey, you said you wanted to play football. We'll put you out there. We'll get you to play. You could play a couple snaps with the New York Giants. The way all these teams are courting people by getting like they had Steph Curry out there trying to court him. Hey, come to San Fran. Blah blah blah. So they were saying like try to figure out a way to make a deal with the Giants owner to let him take a couple snaps in a game and let him suit up and get out there and play a game. But I was like, man, imagine you pay this man $400 million and you put him out there and somebody blows him up.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd be like, no, why I gotta do that? But to get that deal done, you may be willing to hey, but if you get hurt during that football game, bro, this deal is null and void.
Yeah, and getting back to size of guys, man. When I last night we had the
Oh, Pops is
tickets
talking
were we
about
the tickets
Kanye.
were, oh yeah. Kanye is a different dude. I mean, you know,
He's out there.
he is who he is, man. Yeah.
He's already
Uh,
gone, bro.
but here's the thing I will say, not just for Kanye, but anybody in Hollywood is Hollyweird is when you go through the things that a lot of those guys have probably have gone through behind the scenes, hell, it probably would drive you batty. But yeah, Kanye is different. But anyway, what I was going to say, man, and I like when we went down last night after the game, we went down where the players come out and wait for them. And when you start talking size, I remember Pat Kennard played for Duke, and he looked like he's a short guy. And this guy comes out, and I'm like, shit, this guy's, taller than me, And I mean, I'm not the tallest. I'm about 6'2", 6'2.5". And then John Wall came out, and I'm like, and I kind of seen John in high school from the Raleigh area, so I knew he was. But these guys, man, like Steph Curry, you see him, but Steph Curry is legit 6'2", He's not, but you see him on the court amongst them giants, and you think, but them guys, them guards, man, they way bigger, well, taller anyway. They ain't big guys, but way taller than you would think you think they are. Yeah, man, it's just crazy.
Me and Louis noticed that when we worked against the Headbangers. When me and Louis worked the Headbangers, you remember back in the day, it was hold on, Pop said he had said that he sent that a while ago. And I don't know, Pops.
Okay.
I don't know, Pops. It came in late though. But when we worked the Headbangers, you remember back in the day when I remember watching them on like Shotgun Saturday Night.
Yeah,
and they were going against like the Godwins and LOD.
Yeah,
and they look tiny next to those guys.
Yeah, you thinking they're small guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't figured. I ain't think they were small, but I thought they were smaller.
Yeah,
When you
yeah,
see them
smaller.
next to
Yeah,
those
you know they
guys,
were. Yeah, yeah.
because they look tiny next to those guys. But then when me and Louis worked them, they come in the locker room, and I'm like, holy fuck, these dudes are huge. I was like, God
Exactly.
damn, that means the Godwins and I got to be on a show with LOD back in the day too, but like you don't really until you step in there with them, you don't realize how big some of these dudes really are.
And
Like
and
just
and and
most of the time in the locker room, you're just saying what's up, shaking their hand, and you're like, they're sitting down. But once this dude stood up, I was like, golly, these are some big motherfuckers.
well, it goes as the same thing. Like now, when I worked Barbie, which is Barbarian, it didn't catch me because Barbie wasn't much taller than me. And he was,
Yeah, that was
295 pounds. He was wide as shit. I mean, and he wasn't as cut as he was, but he was still Samoan big as shit. Now the guy
going swole.
the guy that walked in the damn locker room that just me and Chili both looked up was the Warlord. Oh my God.
We did a show with him
That
back in the
is
day.
a freak of nature, bro. This guy walks
Still
in,
gassed out of his mind though.
bro.
Till
He
this
walks
day.
in about 6'7", 6'8", whatever, like shit sitting up here on his ears and just knots everywhere. But bro, literally working this guy was we heating Barbie. He comes in to break the heat, and I hear the child going crazy. I don't know what the hell going on. This guy's giving me forms. I never felt him.
Really?
He was the lightest worker you would ever work in your life. Cool as shit. Warlord was cool as super cool. And Barbie I worked Barbie 2 or 3 times, and he was super cool. Barbie was one of those guys who's like, how you want to work? I mean, if you went in there and tried to, he'd give it to you. And if you went there and just worked, I mean, he would still do his thing, lay it in. But if you tried to snug up and get right, he wouldn't say a word. He wouldn't say ease up, or he
ain't hit you with the lighten up.
No, none of that. No, it's just you just know
with the heat, and then you're like, okay, let me lighten the fuck up now.
Exactly. It just changed. The bats would change.
That was like a thing that Louis always threw at me. It was like, hey, whenever we were working like vets, Louis would be like, hey, don't go in there.
Exactly.
New York strong style on these motherfuckers.
Exactly.
Until they come in at that speed, give them the respect that they deserve. And I'm like, I got you. So, shit, when we did XPW, that's how it was, But like I was saying with the size of cats, look at these 2 giants next to me. that right there. My mom said when she seen that picture, she's like, you look like a kid next to those guys. She's like, you look like a baby next to them. So, but yeah, y'all 2 are some big motherfuckers too. So, if you ready to wrap this bad boy up,
man, we have had a great show. We appreciate
let me go
everybody.
One more time real quick for this and see if there's any breaking news. A minute ago, Bob Nightingale says judge's decision is getting close as the Yankees and Giants are anxiously awaiting.
Wow.
I don't know what the hell good that tells us.
Down to 2 teams.
Yeah. But you know what's gonna happen, man. You're gonna get the Padres gonna jump in last damn minute.
I was going to say somebody sitting back waiting and like, okay, let's see how far, and then go jump in with a stupid contract.
Look at what the Dodgers, what the Padres were just offering Trey Turner. Trey Turner said apparently what Trey Turner said he wanted was $300 million. So he didn't care how many years, he wanted $300 million. So these dudes said 11 for 300. San Diego said 11 for 344 or whatever the hell it was. And he said, see ya, I'm out. Taking 300. Exactly. So if San Diego was willing to do that with Trey Turner, maybe they may pivot and say, yo.
Yep, we didn't get that.
Hey, let's make the splash. And imagine Judge, Juan Soto in their outfield.
Plus, boy will be back. Your boy will be back next. Yeah, he'll be back next year. The one that got suspended. Good night.
Tatis, and they're talking about moving. So the reason why they're interested in a shortstop right now also is they're talking about moving Tatis to center field. So imagine you put Judge on one side, Soto on the other side, Tatis in center field.
Tatis in the center, bro.
Woo,
hey,
that'd be crazy.
Hey, listen, it's very possible, bro. I can see you sending me a damn, shooting me a damn Facebook like damn Padres because they
Yeah.
be done offered him
Padres or the
$400
Dodgers.
damn $1,000,000.
I'm expecting one of them two teams to jump in last minute
Yeah.
and either drive
Yes.
the price way up or
Yep.
they end up jumping on it. And because I just can't see Judge. I feel like everybody says, "Oh, he wants to be a Yankee." If he wanted to be a Yankee, he would have just been like, "Yo, you know what? I'm in." You guys said
Exactly.
9 years, 340. Fuck it, I'm in. That
Mhm.
it's a couple months, the beginning of the season, they started at 7 years, 215 or 213, some shit like that.
Mhm.
215 million. They already done jumped by 100
Exactly.
million and a half. You know what I'm saying?
And he still
130
ain't inked
million,
yet, so
120
he's
million.
definitely entertaining
So
offers.
he wants clearly the most money.
Yep.
Unless he's just trying to get them to, but like to me, like if you're going to drive up the price on whatever team you're going to, like if he's just playing the Yankees and the Giants versus each other, all he's going to do is hurt the build around him, especially
Yeah.
from a team like the Giants, because the
Yeah.
Giants ain't going to go out and spend no more money. They're going to sign him to, if the Giants go out there and drop 400 million on him, they're not going to sign him. They're not going to go out and sign Rendon again because they're talking about Rendon's going to get like 6 years, 170, 160.
How many rings Judge got? 1, 2. Oh, he ain't won none with the Yankees. Oh,
Yankees ain't won since 09, bro.
wow. So that I was gonna say that may play a part in like, all right, you know what? I got my ring. Let's go get the most money. But he ain't got a damn ring.
He ain't got a
I
ring.
thought he
And the
thought he
thing
had
is
a ring.
with the Giants, bro, you got to, the Giants are in deep water when it comes. They got the damn Dodgers there that are in there every damn year. Now you got the Padres in there spending hella money, and
Yep.
they're gonna be They're gonna be fighting with the Dodgers for that first place spot pretty much every year.
Yep.
So what you gonna be? You're planning on taking 400 million, 360 million to be a third place team, and not hit nearly as many home runs because that ballpark is huge, bro. Those wall scrapers at Yankee Stadium that he hit, those ain't going out
It's
over
not
there,
happening.
especially not in right field, bro. That right field is crazy in San Fran. That wall is high as hell. That freaking, and it's deep.
Wow.
So it's just, to me, his numbers are, he's gonna get a lot more doubles. He'll get a lot more these crazy ass pop-ups. But he's gonna get a lot more doubles and a lot more. I say his batting average will probably go up, but I
But the
can't
home
see
runs will go down.
his power numbers are gonna drop drastically. But I'm gonna say we wrap this bad boy up. I was hoping
Yes,
we
sir,
would
man. It's been an awesome show. Appreciated everybody that shouted out, even the ones that was Facebook users and we didn't know your name. We appreciate you tuning in. All we ask is that you pass it on to somebody.
Share it.
Tell us, even if it's after in the chat, tell us what you enjoyed, you didn't enjoy, what we can do better, whatever, and then just because all we here for y'all, man. We love what we do, but without y'all, it doesn't matter. So we're here to build this show as best we can and have the most entertaining topics we can, and give us topics to talk on. I mean, give us, as they say, homework. Come back and say, hey, I enjoyed it, but can you talk more on this, or could you hit that?
Just don't ask us to talk soccer.
Yeah. But please stay, and no knock against soccer, not knocking it.
But neither one of us.
Exactly.
None of us three that watched the show. When Boogaloo was on, he could have talked soccer with y'all, but me, Kenny, and Mega ain't gonna be doing no soccer talk. If you wanna come, if somebody wants to come on and give us some soccer news,
we will let you do that. You can be a guest to do that. Yes,
we will welcome it. But make sure you guys like and subscribe to us on Facebook and YouTube at No Holds Bar Sports Show. Hit the bell, get notified when we're on. Make sure you tell your friends about us, tell your family, tell your co-workers, tell your mama, your mama's mama, your mama's mama's mama. Yo, some grandparents are into sports.
Yeah.
Put them on, put us on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? say, hey, check these guys out. Check these neighbors out.
Yeah, these dudes is crazy. And we'll come up with another something for a shirt. I'm all about sending
Carmelate
shirts
did
out.
say, hold on, I had seen it earlier. I don't remember if I put it up there, but she said she's excited to get her shirt. And thank you again. So, yeah.
That shirt is very close to you. It will be in the building soon.
But thank y'all all again. We do appreciate you. From LowRyda and Cowboy, Willie Watts,
Frank, Kenny, Bounty Hunter.
We are
Peace,
out.
and thank y'all
and
for
from King
in.
Mega at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, big shout out to Mega. Had some business, so big shout out.
We will see y'all next Tuesday. Me and Mega will be doing a hot stove. I don't know if Kenny's gonna want to jump on, but if he does, me, Kenny, and Mega will be doing it. Kenny's gonna have to do some homework though.
Yeah, I'll have to do. When y'all doing that?
We haven't set a full date, but we're gonna do something probably within this.
Yeah. If they do a hot stove, Carmelete just for you, I'll go do some homework and be able to be on and talk some baseball.
All right. But thank y'all all again for tuning in. We will see y'all next Tuesday. And be on the lookout on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and all of that to see when we're going to do this hot stove episode. We will promote it beforehand so everybody knows. And if you like and subscribe to us on YouTube, you will get the notification. So make sure y'all do that. Thank y'all again. We do greatly appreciate y'all all. Surfer J, Pops, Karma Latte. I'm gonna butcher her name. Kataya. See, thank you. The Facebook user, thank you. And thank y'all all. See y'all next week.
All right, peace.
They don't even like it if you at fucking $5 million a year.
We gonna cover the brother. We got it. I'm gonna tell you.